Let's see how Solas is doing.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
You just have to ask.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
I'd be happy to help. What did these mages use to capture your friend? Blood magic?
A summoning circle, I would imagine.
I'm sorry?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
Some do, certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Rivain. But not everyone wants to go to Rivain. My friend is an explorer, seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it. It would happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
Looks like it's time to head to the Dales.
Inquisitor, welcome to the Exalted Plains, a place with a long and bloody history. Even now, the region is volatile. This was a front in the Civil War. Now there's rebels called the Freemen of the Dales, recently emerged and adding to the chaos.
This rebel group. Tell me more about them.
They seem to be simple deserters, tired of fighting and dying for either the Empress or the Grand Duke. Now they want the Dales for their own. Worse, they're more organized than we anticipated. Be wary.
This is where the elves made their last stand, isn't it?
Ah, you've studied the Dales.
She is Dalish.
Yes. When offered a chance to lay down their arms and surrender, they refused.
What else can you tell me?
Scouts have sighted Dalish elves. There must be a clan camped somewhere on the plains.
That will be all. Thank you.
With the rifts and the undead, the Orlesians have lost ground. Most have been driven back to their forts. We have to stabilize the region, allowing the Imperial Army to re-establish its presence. Good luck, Your Worship. You'll need it.
Oh, thanks for the confidence, Harding. All right, so we've got to save Solas's friend, meet this clan, and Ash doesn't have much interest in helping either Celine or Gaspard's armies because they're fighting on land that's not even theirs. But if it means taking down some freemen, then she's on it.
Keep off the ramparts? I wonder why.
I'd say it's a perfect reason to go to the ramparts.
Anathara, going well, I hope.
Seems to be a lot of trouble in these parts.
That's putting it mildly. The war has stopped, but now the dead are walking. Funny though. I've been watching these undead and they seem focused on the Shem armies. As if, well, why wouldn't someone want to kill humans, huh? Still, poor fools.
Is your clan nearby?
We've been camped for weeks in the fields to the west. The war between the lions made passage through the Dirth difficult. Damaged some of our aravals. If you find the clan, tell Keeper How and I'll continue the hunt, and perhaps find a safer route through the plains.
I must be going.
Very well. Be safe.
Guys just skating around back there.
keep coming back, searching, seeking, sad. But home is gone.
And Arana Tishan, my sister. It is good to see another of the people in this place from which we all came. Still beautiful, isn't it? Even with scars left by the Shemlan War and all the troubles that followed.
What troubles you, Haran?
Where do I start, Dalen? The armies cause rock slides. They dig ditches that trip the Hala and destroy the Arvils, making passage impossible. Precisely when the clan needs him most, my first, Tavin, defies my wishes and mounts an excursion to the Emerald Graves. And now, I've learned that the grounds of Var Balanaris are infested by angry spirits from the beyond.
I can deal with that for you.
Stay alert, Delen. Spirits are dangerous, and be mindful of the resting places of our dead. Var Balanaris is sacred ground.
I met one of your hunters. He's continuing to look for a safe route.
That is good to hear. Thank you for delivering the word.
She won't ask that last question.
Dirth Shiral, Dalen.
She knows that the Dirth is short for Dirthavaren, or the Promise, which is what Dalish folks call this land.
Elkanan, the stores are so low.
You seem troubled.
It's nothing. Just our stores. With the Shem War and the demons, replenishing them has been difficult. For one, we're almost out of herbs, and we lack materials to repair the Arvils. I don't even remember. There's so much we're missing. It's all written in my ledger.
Of course she'll give what she can. There are going to be some interesting mythologies all around here for the gods of the Elven Pantheon, so I'll stop to read a few codexes for us at some point.
You were the one they called the Herald of Andraste. For all the world's a venerated Dalish elf. That's never happened before, has it? All the clans are talking about you. Or so Keeper Howan says.
Ah, talk. What do they say exactly?
Good things, I think. A few hope this is a sign of change for our people. Real change. If it's true, I want to be a part of it.
An unusual wish for a young hunter of the people.
It won't happen. Keeper Howan won't allow it. He doesn't trust anything to do with the Chantry or Andraste.
I could try to convince your keeper.
You could try.
I'll take my leave.
We've got to do some more favors first, then we'll ask.
And Arana Tishan.
You're the craftsman here?
Yes, Dalen. Ironbark, leather and such, as I'm sure you know. I'm afraid I cannot trade with you. You are one of the people, but we do not know or trust your Inquisition. In time, perhaps.
Fair enough. Amethal, the mother of the benevolent side of the Pantheon. She's going to be very important to the story here soon.
Mathalan asked Valoran, where are you?
Who's Valoran?
My brother. He's been sullen for a while because the Keeper chose another as his apprentice. He thinks it's a slight, but it isn't. He just wasn't ready. Keeper Howan wants him to wait. Then he took off 3 nights ago on his own. I don't know what he was thinking. The Keeper sent hunters to search, but they never found a trace. Mathal's mercy, if anything's happened.
It's implied that we're gonna look for him, right? I really wish that we could say something, but...
Anethara, sister. May I ask, traveling these plains, have you come across a golden Hala? I fear human soldiers may kill her. If she would only draw close, I could gain her trust. I could protect her.
Anal Gilan. I've heard stories of such a creature.
Yes. Some of us believe she comes to the people in times of great need.
Why do you think soldiers hunt your Hala?
Pelts and horns sell for gold in Shem markets, I hear. And if they were golden. Dirth Shiral.
Okay, let's start running around and doing some more favors.
Man, I can't wait for Chuckles to say something about the Veil.
I don't always mention the Veil.
Yes, you do.
See? Told ya.
Love that she takes Varric's side. Fen'Harel the Dread Wolf. Let's read this one, shall we? So, not much is known about him. Elgar'nan and Mythal created the world, Androl taught us the ways of the hunter, the gods gave us all these things, but Fen'Harel kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlathan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Fen'Harel spent centuries in a far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends say that before the fall of Arlathan, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Haran among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear their names, for they are the Forgotten Ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In ancient times, only Fen'Harel could walk among both groups, because even though he was of the people, the Forgotten Ones knew of his cunning ways and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Fen'Harel tricked them. Our gods saw him as brother, and they trusted him when he said they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce. And the Forgotten Ones trusted him as well when he said they must stay in the abyss for a time. They trusted Fen'Harel, and they were all of them betrayed. And Fen'Harel sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. What a jerk. But who doesn't love a trickster?
Let's try not to poke around in someone else's grave, all right?
So to finish one of these quests, we actually would have to dig up some of the graves, but Ash would never desecrate a sacred space like this, so instead, through the magic of mods, we will find the key elsewhere, and I'll leave a link to that mod in the description. I'm sure this is not Aislin's first time hurting Hala. Might bring back some memories of home.
Look, already she makes herself known to the others. She knows she's meant to be here. Thank you, Lethalan. I will never be able to express my gratitude. Fair travels, Lethalan.
Harold, your return.
Destroy the demons on your sacred ground.
You were successful. You put an old man's heart at ease. Thank you. You have done us a great kindness.
Are we there yet? Nope, still need some more favors.
Hey kid, what would a pride demon say to weaken a warrior's resolve? I need something that gets under her skin.
Does she use a big sword or a sword and shield?
Oh, one of the big two-handers.
The next time you imagine him touching you, someone you love will die.
Well, that went a little dark. Who's him in this?
She knows who he is. Does it not work for your book?
No, it works great. Just glad you're not that kind of demon.
Cole! Maybe don't say that around your two-handed warrior friend and her boyfriend. Oh god, she's gonna have such nightmares now.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
Everything here is blurry. It wants to forget, but now the rocks are solid.
One of the mages. Killed by arrows, it would seem.
Bandits by the look of it.
My friend. Ah!
The mages turned your friend into a demon.
Yes. A spirit becomes a demon when denied its original purpose.
So they summoned it for something so opposed to its own nature that it was corrupted. Fighting?
Let us ask them.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
We are not here to help you.
Word of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here.
Listen to me. I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall
Shut up. You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please!
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you. We must hurry!
Tel Abalos en Asel Atalim. Mamilava Halani. Malasuladinadas. Magilani Mitinan.
Manuvinin. Dareth Shara.
I heard what it said. It was right. You did help it.
No. I must endure.
Let me know if I can help.
You already have. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked the summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
Okay, so Ash has no problem killing people who deserve it, but she also tries to see the big picture. We've seen her show mercy with people like Leliana's traitor spy, that noble with Sarah, Alexius, because while they did terrible things, they have knowledge or abilities that would help people more with them alive. So here, that mage just said that he didn't know it was a spirit. He's from a circle where they were sheltered and probably told lies about demons from the Chantry, but now they know the truth, and if they die, that truth dies with them. And more than anything, she'd be worried about what killing them would do to Solas. Like, his head is in the Fade most of the time already, but if she lets him kill them, it's basically him showing that he's given up hope that this world can be better or more understanding or good in any way. So that's a long way of saying she's gonna stop him.
Solas.
Never again. I need some time alone. I will meet you back at Skyhold.
She'll give him some time alone. And we'll finish up here. Let's go back to camp and call up our other favorite mage.
Planning on settling that 50-crown debt anytime soon, Sparkler?
And if I don't? Do you have tiny enforcers come strip me of my holdings?
No, I don't know. I suppose I could always send a letter to your family.
The dwarf plays dirty. All right, you win. This time.
Thank the Maker you came. I thought I was dead. How can anyone stop these things?
Are you Imperial Army?
Yes, Your Worship. I fight on the side of Grand Duke Gaspard de
Dorian, your flames are so loud. Oh, okay, thank you.
The peace talks in Halam Sharal mean an end to hostilities, don't they?
We're no longer fighting each other, but the demons, the dead. It was easier when we fought just men. You can win against men.
What's happened here?
We were trying to retake the ramparts from the dead. They rise here, somewhere within these trenches. It started when those free men showed up. Strange lights, like blue fire. It must be magic. But the free men are just deserters from the armies. How could they have managed this? And why?
I should be going.
Again, she's not too keen on helping the Imperial armies, but they are just waiting on the peace talks to happen, which will happen soon. So we can help protect them from the freemen and the undead.
What is that? Could that be the source of all this?
Bodies piled in a pit. Undead rising. Someone intended this.
There may be more of these pits. We'll have to find them.
Did you see how they cut through those things?
Free men.
Do we?
Fine by me. Cozy.
Could use an air right now.
They did it. I can't believe they retook the ramparts. Maybe if we got word to the Marshal. But Fort Reverson surrounded by undead and locked down.
I should be going.
Blood magic. Lived in Kirkwall long enough to know it when I see it.
Oh, it's Valoran. I guess let's go deliver the bad news.
Please, if you see my brother out there, tell him to return to camp.
I'm sorry, but I found your brother.
What? What do you mean, sorry? Where is he? No, he's not.
I have his belongings.
Is this all that's left? Did you learn nothing else?
What's telling her about the blood magic gonna do, other than upset her by sullying his memory?
He was brave, trying to reclaim a relic of the Dalish.
I know. I always knew he was brave and clever. Didn't have to prove himself. The clan loves him. Howard loves him. I wish he'd understood that. Thank you for bringing me the news. It's better than not knowing.
They were hurting and we helped. Their lives are better because of us.
And we can still go find the relic he was looking for.
Cole, do you hear magic?
Yes. Don't you?
Spells sometimes make a sound, but I don't think we hear the same thing.
Don't your spells whisper things to you? What is and could be music in the mind of strange, faraway places?
Not lately.
Then we don't hear the same thing.
Why not?
That was a brilliant show, Inquisitor. My men had barely been keeping the Horde at bay. Bastien Prou, Marshal of the Grand Duke's forces here in the Dales.
Why have you barricaded yourselves in here?
We had to retreat from the Western Front. The demons and undead were too much. But it's no better here. My patrols don't return, messages are lost. I've had no word from the capital in weeks. If we could regain our outposts, the ramparts, or even the garrison by the river, we can't just keep hiding. I want to die like a soldier, not cowering under a bed, praying the monsters don't get me.
I've cleared out the dead from the western ramparts.
You did? Maker's breath. There's hope for us, if the ramparts have been reclaimed. I'd alert our forces stationed outside the Dales, but the chaos makes it difficult for missives to get through. Demons. Those blasted freemen, or whatever they call themselves.
I've heard something of the Freemen of the Dales. What do you know about them?
They're a mob of traitors. Too soft for war. Thought it was a skirmish or two, then back for supper. Turns out it wasn't. And off they run to the first person to tell them their tantrums are acceptable. Now they want independence. To establish a new settlement. Ridiculous.
I shall take my leave.
Be well.
You owe me 20 royals, Varric. I'd like them paid in candid dates.
I haven't lost that wager yet.
You said we'd be ass-deep in trouble. This is more like knee-high.
I didn't specify whose ass, did I?
Leave it to a dwarf, always lowering the bar. The wooden duck I found on my bed. Was that you?
No, I'm not a wooden duck.
I mean, did you put it there?
Yes. I couldn't find one with little wheels, though. I'm sorry.
What?
So, kid, why human?
It was the shape that would help.
Huh. Most people don't pick a shape. I guess I was hoping for something deeper with that question.
It had to be him, but harmless. The him he wanted that wouldn't hurt.
Well, that's deeper, I think. So I hear you're kind of the black sheep in your family, Sparkler.
Where does that saying come from? I'm not a sheep. No one in my family could be described as sheep.
I'm just saying, you and I have something in common.
Goodness, I had no idea.
Okay, not that much in common. We can clear this easily, says the man who isn't actually going to do the work. Large and preemptive no to anyone even thinking of throwing me across.
Well, we have to head back to Skyhold to do these operations, and we can check on Solas.
Inquisitor.
Guess I owe Varric an ale. I wasn't sure you were coming back.
Neither was I for a time. But only a short time. You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
The next time you have to mourn, you don't need to be alone.
It's been so long since I could trust someone.
I know.
I'll work on it. And thank you. I know it may seem strange to you, but I appreciate what you did for my friend. That matters to me. You matter.
That was very sweet. Well, he probably doesn't want to go back to the plains just yet, so maybe we'll go wrap up some loose ends without him.
Who's there? Don't come any closer. We have swords.
We just killed a dozen demons. Is a little bow meant to intimidate us?
It was definitely more than a dozen.
I'm with the Inquisition. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
The Inquisition? Here? Forgive me, I should have known.
Did you hear?
Maybe.
Commander Jihan, in service of Her Imperial Majesty. Long may she reign. My men inform me that the Citadel's defenses are deactivated. I cannot thank you enough.
Tell me about the situation here.
There were orders. A chance for peace, they said. Pull back, they said. So we did. Then the undead appeared. We couldn't hold them back. I told my men to activate the fort's defenses. A foolish move, born of desperation. There was so much about the old elven magic we never knew. We couldn't control it. We retreated, but not everyone made it through the gates. I couldn't save them.
Well, maybe don't mess with elven magic that you don't understand. Just saying.
Your stories aren't real, but then people read them and they are.
Get the readers invested and you'll have them forever.
So many people reading, dreaming, feeling. Spirits spill around the veil, making shapes, reality from writing.
I've got fans in the Fade. Well, that's something. Shame I'll never meet them.
Do you write to reach across? To hear the song that was sundered?
I'm not sure what that even means, kid, but probably.
Can you feel the bits of Fade around you when you cast spells, Dorian? They pool around the veil, pulled by power, then push through to see this side.
So when I cast a fireball, it's just the Fade saying peekaboo?
I don't think it says that.
If it says anything other than I'm going to burn your face off, I don't want to hear it.
Thank you for finding Valoran. I hope he passes peacefully into the beyond.
I found this talisman. I think your brother was looking for it. You should have it.
Lindarani's talisman. It exists? Her sword, Evanura, was taken by Shems. But in the story, her talisman was saved and hidden. This will mean so much to our people. Thank you.
And look at that, she has the clan's favor now.
If I may share something else with you, there are strange glyphs inscribed in the stones of this place. Revealed only with Veilfire, although they are elven in origin. I cannot make out their purpose. Perhaps they will mean something to you.
I found this strange key in the burial grounds. It was broken, but I pieced it together.
The Thalanast. I've heard stories of such a relic, but none of us have ever found it. This is wonderful, Dalen. You've made your clan proud. Dirth Shiral, Dalen.
She could have used the key to get some treasure, but she'd rather bring it back to her people.
Greetings to you. At this rate, we'll never be on our way.
I don't believe it. You convinced the Keeper. He said I can join the Inquisition if I wish.
Keeper Howen has given you permission to join the Inquisition?
He has. I'll report to your camp in the south, if that's all right.
Carry on, Agent.
At this rate, we'll never be on our way.
Dalen, I was wrong about your Inquisition. Although the humans named you Herald of their Prophet, your devotion to your people is undiminished. Perhaps you will be the bridge that others hope you are. If Lorinel still wishes to join you, he has my blessing. Dareth Shiral, Dalen.
Nice. Well, Aislin learned about this thing called the Dead Hand Puzzle, so she's gotta do that before she leaves.
Fair travels, Lethalan.
Varric, are you and Cassandra...
What? No. Why would you even ask that?
Truly? Bizarre.
Just because two people dislike each other doesn't mean they're about to kiss, Sparkler.
Not according to your books.
Don't mistake me for that hack who wrote Hard in Hightown 2. I can spell.
Nice work with the magic back there, Dorian. You're pretty good at blowing guys up.
It's significantly more impressive than hitting them with a sharp piece of metal.
Hey, whoa, let's not get crazy. Anyone need a hand?
Falandine, friend of the dead. Makes sense that it would be in a crypt. And the puzzle's down here too.
Watch where you're pointing that thing.
Dirty.
Vishanti Kafas, I meant your weapon.
Focus up, guys. Okay, I know I said that Aislin would never desecrate a grave, but this is the reward for solving the puzzle. What you gonna do, leave it? The dead aren't using it. Anyways, okay. Dirthavaren, or Dirthavaren, I've heard someone say, is important to Aislin because her Valisline, her facial tattoo, is in honor of or represents him. And this just tells the story of how, through his wit and intelligence, was able to persuade these ravens who were trying to deceive him to instead help him cross the veil to find his family, his brother. And of course, he is the keeper of secrets. And I think this will be our last stop for the day. We have one more landmark to find, but here we have the offering to the Dreadwolf. Many elves erect shrines to Fen'Harel. One imagines they do not revere him so much as seek to appease him, lest they draw his gaze. What's that old elven curse? I'm so ready for Veilguard.